dozen arisen had crawled out of the woodwork by the time the throne had set. Not that I care. It's all the same to me. Sometimes you deal with it, and things will play out.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit roborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melv.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, well, if you do pick some...
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit roborant, are we? Between you and me, cuz, they're mighty easy to make. Simple as combining the ingredients, if you know what they are. Between you and me, cuz, they're mighty easy to make. Simple as combining... the ingredients, if you know what they are. Always a pleasure.
Off to market I go.
What am I to do? You ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place put.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. What am I to do?
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
Got to see this done right.
This is just what I needed.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
No easy answers here.
These old bones can hardly keep up.
The world could use more places like this.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
One can see far to the distance from here.
Could be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
You have my support.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit rope. Always a pleasure.
I do so in...
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roberant, are we? Always a pleasure.
We ought not tarry, but deliver what we have retrieved post-haste.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
I'd best sweep and dust before I open.
Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for... Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... 'tis a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir, I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. This won't work, will it? I can see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis hard to describe. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
Perhaps we ought to hurry, lest we arrive too late to be obeyed.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me.
Seems naught ever goes right.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Surely a rest can wait till after we've examined our surroundings.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say we forge on together for as long as we may.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Visions of roast meat will dance in my head tonight. For all I've stuffed myself.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
I don't like this place at all.
Tis strangely quiet hereabouts. Where are our foes lurking?